Let's move on towards what I call the heart of the soul meditation. But first, consider this. When we enter into meditation, we first start off as a mediator who intends to harmonize the flow of incoming and outgoing energies. So, as a mediator who's beginning to become a meditator, what we're going to do is to add that equal armed cross, the Egyptian letter tau, I believe. And these equal armed cross is extremely important because it represents that there's a balance between the incoming and the outgoing energies. Some mystery schools actually use the cross with equal arms to symbolize the equal masculine and feminine energies. The incoming masculine, of course, is the outgoing feminine energies. In modern culture, we have a concept referred to as ROI, or return on investment. There's nothing wrong with getting a return on your investment. So don't think that that's about what I'm going to say. But in the modern world, we have this concept of, oh, you want to invest in things, you want to get this return on investment. So basically, you're going to get a lot more back than what you put in. And of course, in some ways, that's really, really great. I mean, we find that out all the time in life that, oh, I got so much more out of it. But our modern concept really is to do that in such a way where there's really even no intent to have a harmonic flow between the incoming and the outgoing, or between the investment and the expression. So I call it the ROI, return on investment, versus ROE, return on expression. And I feel like if our energetic investments go into things that we don't always care about, we're actually getting just a little return on our expressions. So we're making these investments for the wrong concept, for the wrong reasons. And then also sometimes in meditation, people will be taking that incoming energy and charge, but never appropriately discharge, and then they quit meditating because they're getting too antsy or too uncomfortable when they sit down, because they don't understand that you're bringing all this in, you have to appropriately express it. So these are the types of concepts that I feel like we need to consider, that when we go into meditation, we want to go into meditation as a mediator just as much as a meditator. Otherwise, we're going to be getting all that charge, as I said, and really then not being able to make the types of decisions or take the right actions that we want. So this can also lead to those mixed messages. And this will be the universe again saying that if we're giving ourselves mixed messages and then we can't make a decision or an appropriate decision for ourselves, you're going to waffle. If you're going to waffle, all you're going to get are more waffles. And as we know, you can't live by bread alone. You certainly can't live by waffle alone. We have to take that right action. And expression creates that spontaneity and synchronicity. And I think spontaneity was the word that I was looking for before. I'm positive it was. And so when expression creates spontaneity and synchronicity, this may also coincide with the fractal nature of the universe, because this is how things work, to express spontaneously from the heart, which then the universe responds with synchronicity, and that is basically saying, I hear you, I see you, I know or feel, just like we feel, I feel what it is that you need, what sort of support you need, and I'm going to give you that support. And sometimes it may not always be clear, but it will be synchronous with the intent that we put out. And things such as taking risks, getting out of our comfort zone, also gives us not only metabolic rewards, but energetic rewards via a natural occurring opiates in the brain. In other words, as we take risks, we learn, and those natural opiates kick in to give us a reward for learning. Basically, it's saying, keep learning, keep doing more, keep taking chances. And sometimes we don't always equate meditation with taking risks, but to me, this is one of the reasons why we want to meditate, is so we can feel into those right actions, so you can get us out of our comfort zone, which then gets us into spontaneous behavior, which then helps the universe to reveal more synchronicities in our life to let us know that it hears us, it feels us, it sees us, and it supports us. So this right action, as Jack Schwartz used to say, that we are responsible for the universe, and the universe is responsible for us. In other words, no involvement, no evolvement. So it's important for us to follow our personal mission, of course, and we're the only ones who can say what it is for us. And of course get advice, of course get feedback, but not in such a way, again, goes back to giving our power away. That's not why we are here. So sensitize our mind-body system so we know clearly, coherently, compassionately what the purpose is. And maybe sometimes we're not even talking about our life purpose. We're just talking about that right action for right now. And then have the capacity to express it, to involve ourselves in the world fully for the evolutionary benefit of all. Even our teeny little actions do that. Because authenticity and spirituality go hand in hand. Authenticity reduces mixed messages coming and going. If we are authentic, our messages are clear. When we are authentic, what we receive from the universe, we can has more clarity for us because we're not muddled. And I also like to say, oh, what a web we weave when we first practice to receive. And it's receiving in that spontaneous, synchronicity way. I know there's another word, I can't think of it right now. So how does the heart figure into this? I mentioned that we're going to be doing this meditation soon. We're going to get into that. And how we get into that is through heart, brain, body coherence, which is another great way of reducing mixed messages. And what is coherence? It's a state of optimal, or should we say at least higher level functioning. A higher level functioning that harmonizes our psychological and physiological processes. And this higher functioning is stimulated by positive emotions and feelings. And then, of course, the subsequent action that comes out of that. The heart is the most powerful generator of rhythms we have in our body. That means that it pumps out, while it's pumping out blood, it's pumping out the greatest amplitude to our electromagnetic field around us. That's of course dependent upon a healthy heart, but that's what the goal is. And of course, our return on expression is one way to keep the heart healthy. High amplitude is another way of saying greater clarity. Greater clarity which synchronizes the rhythms of the heart and the nervous system. So again, what we're feeling and what we're thinking are coherent together, going hand in hand. They're not working against each other. In other words, we don't have one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake, which is what a lot of people tend to do, especially in the modern world. So by increasing our mental clarity with heart-brain coherence, we improve our cognitive functions, especially from the higher centers of the brain. We have less stress, more energy, which then keeps us from giving our power away. So as I like to say, as we're activating these higher, I guess there's a lot of things I like to say, as we're activating these higher centers of our brain, especially the pineal, the pituitary, which of course has an impact on the entire endocrine system and our overall well-being and expression, it's not that the universe has our back. It's what a lot of people think. It's not that the universe has our back. The heart has our back, while the universe has our pineal. All right, so with practice, we also gain the coherence carryover, which means more poise in daily life. So as we go into these meditations, begin to feel what it's like to have that coherence. Of course, we're not going to be able to be in a meditative state all the time, but there is a carryover effect. And I experienced this for myself, and I'm still amazed at how it's changing my perceptions, my behavior, my outlook, my interactions, my relationships. And sometimes all I have to do is just re-experience that coherent moment, which then becomes part of the carryover moment in the actual moment that I'm in the moment. That's it. So bringing it forward with us, bringing it with us. The body and mind adapt to that. And this coherence carryover really, also known as relative coherence, is the flow state, which probably many of us have experienced. And we know what it is. We've certainly heard of it, which is a baseline of positive actions and feelings, and that baseline increases. That baseline of positive actions and feelings increases over time. And then that baseline is centered in our daily activities. Practice helps us determine what heart qualities work best for us. So when I talk about positive emotions, and of course it can be gratitude, of course it can be love, of course it can be appreciation. Whatever is the positive feelings or attitude, well, let's go with feelings, the positive feelings for you in that moment that generate that amplified heart rhythm for body, heart, brain. Coherence is what you should go with, and that's why it's important to experiment with different feelings, even different positive memories in terms of what they elicit for us, so that all of these things can be recalled really on command and amplified as we get used to what they are feeling. And then also think of that energy field around us in terms of resonance. It gets into the act. It's not just us. It's not just, even though I have nothing against imagination at all, but I mean, it's not just our imagination. It's like we're getting all of this support, and we can think of support as another word for that synchronicity that I mentioned before. And I've really noticed this, just on some of my daily hikes around where I live, and hikes, walks, because I have access to a lot of nice nature trails, urban trails that then head to the mountains from here, so I don't even need to drive anywhere to get into the mountains. It's pretty fortunate. But I realize that when I am in this coherent state, what I notice in nature and how I respond to it and it responds to me, and the actual joy I get from seeing things, seeing reactions like animal reactions and bird calls, bird behavior, other animal behavior. When I see that and I experience that, I see more and more and more, and when I am occupied with, like just when I just get in my head, I don't I, I don't appreciate that walk as much. I don't tune in as much, and this is now science, and I don't have the research handy, but even science says that go in nature, but leave your cell phone at home because that just reduces the impact, the positive impact of being outside. So, another thing to consider. So, we're going to get into this meditation now. I'm going to lead you into that, if I may. Excuse me. So, um, so please close your eyes. I think you can trust me. Please close your eyes and get into a comfortable seated position. If you want to lay down on the floor or lay down wherever, that's perfectly fine. And we're going to do a meditation to try to experience some of this heart-brain coherence a bit. So do a body scan. See if there's anything in your body right now that you would like to relax a little bit more in terms of your own way of relaxation and body awareness. Take a few breaths deeper than normal. And exhaling a little bit more completely than normal. So let your body just establish its own breathing pattern for now. On the other hand, if you have a breathing pattern that you prefer for meditation, feel free to do that, whatever works for you. So take a few moments to regulate your breathing, please. Be aware of the area around your heart. Let's just call it your heart space, even more inclusive than your heart. But let's just say, the center of the chest area, the whole lungs and heart area, and feel that you are breathing energy directly into that heart space. Now add a positive emotion to that energy that you are pulling into your heart space, or the positive memory, positive experience of a positive scene of anything that works for you to feel that sense of connectedness, appreciation, compassion. Whatever it may happen to be and breathe in that positive emotion now into your heart space. Still breathing a little bit more deeply than usual, and exhaling a bit more deeply than usual. Now relax your forehead, the muscles of the forehead. Relax your eyes and the muscles behind your eyes. cheeks, your jaws, your neck, throat, your upper back, and back. And just feel that relaxation extending to your whole body. And into the environment around you. Now, as you feel your energy extend to the environment around you, breathe through your whole body, like every pore of your body, so you're inhaling and exhaling with total body breathing. Now have an idea where the vertebrae right around the top of your shoulders is, for where your cervical vertebrae and your first thoracic vertebrae meet. That, and you don't have to be specific, but just sense where that area is, right around the lower neck, top of the shoulders. And that is the spinal contact for your heart chakra. So now breathe into that area a bit, keeping everything else relaxed and feeling that resonant energy. Coming in through that spinal connection for your heart chakra. Pull energy in there and just sense where it goes, allowing it to be. Keep the shoulders relaxed, the neck and the throat. And if you want, you can add a color to it. I like to add a gold color to it, a sun gold. And pull that in through that chakra contact into your heart, and the rest of your body. Feel that as a positive emotion. As you keep that going on, and with your eyes still closed, gently roll your eyes up so that it's as if you're looking up towards the crown of your head. As you get a sense for the energy coming through the crown of your head, as you sense that energy, feel into any other kind of feeling that it gives you, or even a color it gives you. And with your eyes still slightly looking up, see if you can see a little higher up over your crown as to the source of that energy, say a foot or two from the top of your crown, even 3 feet, and how the color and or the energy and or the feeling changes as you perceive 1, 2, 3 feet of that incoming energy above the top of your head. Now allow that energy to fill your head and go down all the way to the base of your spine. Easier sometimes feeling it, feeling that energy come down to the base of your spine as you inhale. As you exhale, it continues to flow, it continues to flow. And then as you inhale again, pull it all the way down from the top of your head to the base of your spine, down your legs and out your feet. In time and in tune, connecting with the planet. Every building that we're in is still connected to the planet. So feel that flow from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet. And that flow of energy that's still coming into your heart space from in front of you and into your heart space from that heart chakra spinal connection right around the top of your shoulders. Sense all of that happening, if you can, at once. And now feel that flow of energy really going down your arms, forearms, wrists and hands, so that now you're pouring that into the environment around you in a very relaxed, flowing, but high amplitude state. Keep your jaw relaxed. Face, eyes, throat, and chest all relaxed. And just feel the harmonious equality of the incoming energies, the outflowing energies. And whether or not this feels different than how you normally perceive. I'm going to pull my arms in, put my hands in my lap. Take another breath, intending to keep the appropriate flow of energy going, balanced in heart, mind, emotion, and perception. As I prepare to come in full body awareness, full awareness of what's around me, and I take a breath, exhale gently, inhale one more time, and as I exhale now, to slowly open my eyes. Now, I certainly can't tell anyone how you feel or should feel. But tell yourself, or ask yourself how you feel. And as we bring this part of the presentation to a close, I thank you again for being with me, being with all of us together. And in the next video, I'll do a little bit of an explanation of, if you were interested in learning more about reducing mixed messages, increasing your coherent state and right action in the planet, I'll have a little bit more information for you in a new class that I'm doing that I hope will provide a little bit more, actually a lot more information and practice on reducing mixed messages and increasing our right action for the highest and greatest good of self, others, and the planet. So with that said, thank you very much. And if you have questions, please email me, steve@elderspirit.com. And I hope you'll take a look at the upcoming video as well. Thank you very much.